How's it going, guys? So today we're gonna be installing an angle kit on my R32 GTST. I have reverse knuckles over here. It's a Japanese company. And then I have OEM extended lower control arms, 35 mil, with new GK Tech ball joints. These were done by Akira-san at Produce AKR. And he also painted the LCAs and the knuckles. The outer tie rods are GK Tech, and then so are these tension rods. First thing you're gonna wanna do, obviously, is jack up your car, take the front wheels off, and then we're gonna pop this cap off right here. All you need is a flathead and a hammer. Just pry it up. Once you get the cap off, you're gonna wanna put a 17 mil wrench on this nut and then loosen it with the hammer. So you're not gonna wanna take it off all the way. You're gonna wanna leave it on a little. Next, we're gonna wanna loosen caliper bolts. They're gonna be 19 mil. I loosen the bottom bolt, and for this top bolt, you can't get a wrench in there. You have to use a ratchet with the socket. It goes in between the brake line right there. So I'm gonna use this, or at least try, use the top of the jack handle to loosen this thing. So see how that works. Just gotta be careful not to go too far, or else you'll mess up this brake line. It doesn't really matter for me because I've got extended brake lines. So you're gonna want to get these, what are they? 12 mil bolts out. They're holding this bracket to the brake line. I'm just gonna take this brake line off, or this brake caliper off now, because it's just getting in the way, and it's 10 mil. And there's the caliper. Alright, I decided that I'm just gonna take this out as one piece. It's like new knuckles and lower control arms anyways. And the cotter pin broke in there. Just take this outer tie rod nut off, and it's a 19 mil. The trick to take these off easy is to put this nut on backwards, right? Get it on so you still have some thread left, and then there it goes. Easy to chew high. This is my first time trying this one. It's pretty good. You're gonna want to loosen this nut on the outer tie rod so it'll spin freely once you knock this off. So doesn't really matter because I have aftermarket ones. So I got this 13 mil wrench on the inner tie rod, and then now I can spin this off freely. So I'm just gonna loosen these. This is a 17 mil, and the lower control arm is also 17 mil. Got the 17 wrench on the back. It's pretty much holding up that nut. Put a ratchet on the nut part, and got my jack handle to loosen it. That's probably the easiest way. As I took that bolt out, the lower control arm and tension arm just dropped. And now the only thing holding it on is this nut. And there we go, we just dropped it out. It's pretty simple. Just kept this one piece because I have all new parts, so there's no point of wasting time on taking it one by one. Now I'm gonna throw the knuckle in, and then put the nut on this top hole right here. Got the knuckle in. Both those spinning. Just holding it with my knee so I can try to film it too. But yeah, see this washer? Super important. Then put the 17 back on. Oh. Doesn't need to be super tight right now, yeah. Now, it's held on there. Awesome. Now we got the lower control arm in. Put the castle nut on. Again, not tightening it down all the way because I'm trying to put everything on before I tighten it. So next we're gonna do the tension arm and then the outer tie rod. For the tension rod, there's these two different size spacers, the long one and the short one. You want the long spacer to be pointing outboard, so that way the tension arm is gonna be in more and you're gonna have more clearance. I just installed this dust boot and then I extended the tension arm to be as close to stock, just eyeballing it, and then just throw it on. It comes with brand new hardware too. So here we go. Throw these on. So the new hardware is 19 mil. Yeah, I decided to take off the sway bar right now because might as well do it right the first time, right? So the end link is a 14 mil, and we're gonna start with taking that off. This first one is a 17, and this one is a 14, but it's a long, so my friend's gonna go grab a long socket because it's just stripping. But right now, I'm gonna throw on the outer tie rod. 20 G's all in cash, nothing really matters. All alone, feeling dumb, nothing gets me sadder. Text her out at 3 AM, I ain't feeling nothing. Loved her once, took her out, and now I think I'm crushing. Always have to drink, really thinking she be mine. Alright, so finally got the sway bar out. Those 14 mils got stripped, so it took a while to get them off, but yeah, I had to take the tension arm off. Now I'm gonna put it back on. Well, this place is a mess, but 3 chew highs later, made a bunch of progress. I guess we'll finish this up tomorrow. I think I left off on taking the sway bar out, right? Got that out, and you definitely have to have the tension arm out in order to get the 14 mil on the sway bar mount out. So that's some good information to know. But yeah, I got this side on. I just need to tighten it. And yeah, you can see these high clearance GK Tech tension arms. Super nice. Like, I'm pretty sure you'd hit the frame before you'd hit the tension arm. I know, it's pretty close, but we're gonna be switching the brake lines from these old nasty ones to these GK Tech stainless steel braided and extended front lines. And these are actually S15 front lines. And the difference is it has the banjo on the front, so you get more clearance. When your knuckle goes at full lock, it usually hits the J-arm. And that was a trick that Harry from New Zealand, he taught me. You just need a 10 mil, undo this nut right there, and then you're gonna pull out these 1, 2, and 3 clips holding your brake line. Choose another hug. If I could do it all again, switch it up and make amends. I would never pop a Zan, I would never lose my friends. If I could do it all again, switch it up and make amends. I would never pop a Zan, I would never lose my friends. I was blind from your love, I was sick from the drugs. If I could do it all again, then I would never get enough. I've been lost in the sauce. There we go. Gotta take these two out. Maybe I can get it on video. I don't know. It's kind of a pain, but. So you're just gonna want to take some brake parts cleaner. And then just clean this off so it slides on easier. But you're gonna want to hold this nut down with a 19 mil while you spin 10 mil nut on top, or else it's just gonna keep spinning. The rotor on, through the caliper on, tighten these. Where is it? 1, 2, 19mm bolts, pretty tight. Alright, just double check all your bolts over here. Those two 19s, 17, 17, 19 for your outer tie rod, and a 22 on the bottom. Banjo bolt is a 14 mil. Throw on this brake line, there's a banjo on, so let's see how much angle it has now. That's a pretty decent amount. Trail, and then I was leading, and here's a trail wheel. That's actually crazy. Yeah, I think it's hitting on the tie rod. So it looks like the only spot on the lead wheel, and then trail. See if it's hitting anywhere. Got a bunch of clearance from the tension arm. It's so hard to see, but like I don't even have rack spacers, and I can get another 5 to 10 degrees with those. Wow, that's just crazy. Got the ZSS front upper control arms, Fortunato 500, coilovers, 14K springs front, GK Tech high clearance tension arms, GK Tech adjustable outer tie rods, custom Produce AKR 35mm extended lower control arms, and reverse knuckles, and then GK Tech S15 extended brake lines, and yeah, I still need to lead the brakes, but wow, that's crazy. Got the angle kit done. Just, I need to raise the car because it's like it's rubbing for sure. Alright, so I had to raise the front of the car about 30 mil because it was rubbing on the fender. You can see I got like one finger gap here, which is still pretty tight. I put a 5 mil spacer on because it gave me more clearance from hitting the coilover and the outer tie rod. So now I don't hit the outer tie rods anymore. I do hit the coilover a little bit, but I think if I get an 8 mil spacer, I'll stop. I'm working on the rear brake lines. You can see here, just pulled off this first tab on that part, and then there's another one on the back side there, which is going to be a little difficult to get to. Just a tip for these brackets. It definitely helps if you spray with some WD-40. Using this 10 mil. Just gonna screw it out and then try not to get it everywhere. There we go. There's old trash. We're gonna remove this bracket right here. Spray them down with a WD-40. And now you're just gonna use a 12 mil to get them off. Cleans everything up in the back. Gets rid of ugly brackets and just one thing replaces all of that. So. Definitely helps making the line straight to try to put it in. Alright, so got the brake line in. Looks good, it's not hitting anything. Tighten this down to 14 mil. Tighten the other side with the 10 mil on the another side of this bracket. And then I don't know what this is called, but pop that clip back in there. So if you guys have any difficulty removing the brake line, because I definitely did on the driver's side of the car. I don't know if y'all can see, but yeah, this line got a little bent out of shape because I kept on wrenching on this 10 mil right here, and it kept on like twisting the whole line. So what I did was put some vice grips over here to keep it from spinning, and just like came off right away. So I wish I did that at first. So right now we're using the brakes on the last one. You want to start with the furthest from the brake master. So rear left, rear right, front left, and then last front right. You want to take the cap off, and then loosen this nut with the 10 mil. Alright, so got the brakes blood. Brake pedal feels like it has pressure, so that's good. I just need to get my alignment tomorrow. Then should be set. But yeah, it's basically how you guys install an angle kit. Just here at my friend's house. Got all the cars over here. JZX 100. This thing is sick. Got the R32. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoy that and then learn something from it, hopefully.